In some countries, such as the United States, citizens vote for the president and members of Congress individually. This means that the head of the government and the members of the lawmaking branch of the government are often from different political groups or parties. Political groups are a collection of people who have similar goals. Friends, I'm going to read that one more time. Political groups are a collection of people who have similar goals about how to run the country. In this system, people with different ideas have to find a way to work together so that the interests of many groups are represented. So in the end, even though people have different ideas, they still have to figure out how to work together. Next paragraph. In other countries, such as the United Kingdom, the largest political party in the government runs the country. The other political parties form the opposition to it and offer constructive criticism to the government to make sure that the other interests are heard. I'm going to read the caption in the pink color. How often do leaders change? Democracies hold elections at different intervals. That means at different times or for different stretches of months or years. Most countries have elections every 2 to 6 years, with the gap between each election either fixed or set at a minimum time. In the United Kingdom, an election for Parliament must happen at least every 5 years. In the United States, the president is elected for 4 years and may be elected a second time. If the president is convicted of a crime by the Congress, he or she is removed from office. I'll read the captions below. Braille ballots make voting easier for blind voters. And then the next caption. Citizens in East Timor voted in the country's first independent elections in 1999. Page 26. Changing the government. In democracies, governments change as people's needs and desires change. Most democracies have fair and frequent elections and regularly update laws which adjust to the changing conditions of the world. Many countries have constitutions that describe how the government can be changed and even how to change the Constitution. For example, the U.S. Constitution includes a section that tells how amendments or new sections can be made in order to change or expand the Constitution. Not all governments are able to change as smoothly. Some are changed by revolutions or uprisings. One group of people or a political party within a country may feel that the current government isn't working well. It may believe it knows a better way to run the country. If enough people feel the same way, they may be able to overthrow the government and take control. Sometimes revolutions can be long and difficult, and many people lose their property and often risk their lives. I'm going to read the caption below. East German patrol guards looking at West Germans demonstrating in Berlin, 1989. Page 27. Almost every country in the world has a revolution at least once in its history. In the 1640s, England had a revolution that led to the execution of the king, Charles I, and the setting up of a republic that lasted for 11 years. The United States came into existence when the 13 colonies revolted against British rule and declared independence in 1776. France had a major revolution beginning in 1789. One of the most important revolutions in world history occurred in Russia in 1917. At that time, Russia was at war with Germany, and there was a severe shortage of both food and coal. Friends, coal was used to heat homes. Tsar Nicholas II was an absolute monarch, and his government was not popular. When workers went on strike in March 1917, the Tsar's soldiers refused to support him. The Tsar abdicated or resigned, and a new government was formed. This government also had problems, and in November 1917, A second revolution led to the creation of the world's first communist government. I'll read the caption. Communists in Moscow, Russia during the revolution in 1917.